took before the first gen even pops.
Make you wanna know my name.
Trying to bait out a hit there, but not able to get it. Ricky's AT able to get away. That was a missed decisive strike. And that is an insta-down.
You. Welcome back, everybody, to Vigo's Court. I'm your judge, Little Rugard, and with me today is once again the ever-present, wonderful counselor Poggy, and we've got another exciting match for you guys today. Poggy, let's see what we've got on the docket today. Show me.
Well, Rue,
give me the lowdown.
Here it is, just for you, sir.
Thank
Only for you.
I appreciate it. For no one else's eyes. Guys, avert your eyes. But yes, today we have We Can't Loop versus Sample Text conference rivals, and we are going to be playing on the Grim Pantry. I love this map. I really don't. With 168 square tiles, 10,752 meters squared, 9 hooks minimum, 14 hooks maximum, with 1 permagen in the pantry itself. And yes, that is in fact
really
a permagen.
Oh, okay, never mind.
It's definitely a permagen. I don't care what you say.
We were laughing about this before the stream. I don't actually remember. It's the one that's closer to the inside of the map that's on the top of the Grim Pantry thing, right?
Yes, it's that one. Though it does appear on the other side occasionally for some reason. I consider it a permagen because it's always locked in the same position on the house, I think. But it just depends on the orientation of that top deck.
I'll buy that.
The house itself is what rotates. The gen stays permanent.
Yep. The house rotates.
I ain't seeing people. This is a problem. I ain't seeing people. But you know what? We have something to address first. And I don't know how I'm going to say this.
There's already a high five.
We already got a high five. Before we even started, you guys met the goal of 50,000 court coin. What? We're going to have to raise the price. There's no other way. Kamehameha. Oh. Never mind.
I mean,
they did ask for increased cringe, so that's what they're getting.
I mean, I just thought that would
gentlemen,
bring me more around.
we have some pretty good teams. Sample Text is not too bad, and neither is We Can't Loop. Actually, We Can't Loop's pretty good. We've seen them do really well. And their name is a lie. They're actually very good at looping. Let's take a look at these stats before we get started.
Oh yeah, for sure. I can say firsthand that We Can't Loop is a fantastic team. Yeah, those are
stats right there.
Gen percentage is quite a bit different. What happened to Sample Text gen percentage? They lost their percentage.
Yeah, I don't actually
it's just a number.
What happened. I don't know. I don't know what happened there, honestly. It might be a formatting issue. I'll look into it later, but it doesn't matter.
Crazy. Crazy. Their gen percentage is higher for We Can't Loop, but the average score of We Can't Loop is actually lower. Is that a sign of their killers being strong?
That was the deity game.
Yeah, that was a deity game.
Remember, they were popping gens like crazy, but no one was getting out.
Yep.
True. That's a good point. Fair.
Indeed.
Yeah, that would definitely decrease that score.
It would. And we are actually getting invites now, so we have a couple people to look at, and we're going to look at some chat message in a minute, too. We want to catch up with you guys. So hang on a second here. We have the team coming in. Chef Mitchell, TTV. We know him as Killer and Survivor. He's very good. And we also see Kieran, and we know XL Car. So this is a team, 2 teams that we know pretty well. We've seen them a lot this season already, and we're going to keep seeing them because they're the same people. Anyway, a lot of these teams are getting more and more tight-knit, I think, as we go along. We're starting to see like the main lineups, you know?
True. I'm just glad that we can now say Kieran properly. Do you remember the first 2 times that they came on? We're just like Kieran. Just could not figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. We just couldn't figure it out. It was not a good time.
Not great, no. Anyway, I think this is going to be Chef Mitchell, by the way, is on the. I think he's on We Can't Loop, if I'm not mistaken, and he is not. He is not killing first, I don't think. So XL Car is, and he just went ahead and handled the invite, so he's going to be out for now. But yeah, that's where we are at the moment. Oh, thank you for the Prime sub. Thank you for joining the jury, Curly Whirl. Appreciate that support. Thank you. Hope you enjoy your seat on the jury, and just be careful with Rue. He sits a little bit close to the jury pool, and I'm a little concerned that maybe he might try to be inappropriate with his hands.
Wow. Wow.
He's always reaching over into my space over here. I'm just saying it. He's always reaching over here, trying to invade my privacy. Stop it.
I just wish I could strangle you. It'd be so great. Seriously though, like for real,
squad.
if we ever are able to record from the same location, I need to keep the green screen, and we just need to be right next to each other and just watch the reaction. I want it.
I'll think about it. Sorry, I was doing a technical thing. So,
technical.
Are you guys excited? I think, like, I was going to say we're all really tired, but we're all also really excited to be here. Like, I love doing this show. I love doing this stream with you guys.
Oh yeah.
But God, we are all tired. Sam was saying, God, I'm so sleepy this morning. And then Rue was like, I'm gonna go take a nap before the stream. I just woke up like an hour ago myself. We're all tired. And I don't know why we're all like this. I guess gamer syndrome or something, but
it's Friday. It's been a long week. Literally, we started off on Wednesday with CDM back-to-back games, and ever since then, we've been exhausted after that. It's been a wild ride.
I love your real
Currently,
zappies.
prediction has 50K saying We Can't Loop is going to pull it out in the first trial, and 9K to Sample Tech. So people seem to be heavily favoring We Can't Loop in this first trial.
Yeah, We Can't Loop's going out 85% to 15 on Sample Tech. It's not bad.
Yeah. I would have imagined these teams would be somewhat even, but I guess we'll have to see. I have not seen too much of Sample Text yet, so I'm curious. We'll find out shortly, hopefully. Rugard, can you lick your elbow? Zappies, I don't in fact think I can, no.
I think
you know what? Let's try it.
I'm leaning more towards We Can't Loop. You're not on cam right now, so I'm sick. Good God. Good. What? I am so glad everyone missed that. For your own sake, Rue, I won't be switching cams so you can do that again. We're not doing that.
Fun fact, when I was 17, I dressed up as Gene Simmons from Kiss because I do, in fact, have the demon tongue.
It looks like something out of Alien. Anyway, I am leaning towards We Can't Loop myself personally, but I don't know. These teams do have pretty similar stats. That Deity game does kind of skew the numbers a little bit. But still, true. I don't know. I'm still leaning We Can't Loop.
All right. Well, we see it's pretty standard. 2 toolboxes, 2 medkits, so no flashlight this time. Quick, lick my. No, I'm kidding.
No, you don't want to see that.
And static.
You really don't want people to see that. Trust me. For your own safety, I'm protecting you from yourself here.
Hey, we got to start OnlyFans somehow.
So anyway. We do have toolboxes, 2 medkits, like he was saying, and pretty standard stuff. It's kind of what we've seen a lot. We don't see any flashlights, which means We Can't Loop Sample Text is not really going for those risky, goofy, meme plays, which is nice, I guess. We're used to seeing some of that from the other teams that are a little sillier sometimes. Freaky JT did some pretty interesting flashlight saves. Deity did some as well, and I think everybody else is kind of being inspired by that, but we'll see if we get more of that this season. I wish people could bring like firecrackers and stuff. I wish that was a thing, but that's not a thing yet. Everything
There's a bit of
is to be discussed.
Animosity. There's a bit of animosity between Iverson and Chef Mitchell right now. I'm kind of enjoying the little back and forth they're having in chat.
Oh, let's take a look. Let's
talking about
benching
each other.
Benching each other? Oh God. Hey. Hey. Wait.
We started.
Don't leave without me. Yeah, they're going. They're going.
Yo.
They're ready.
Let's get there.
So, you know what? Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think's going to happen next? I'll give you 3 guesses. You have 2 seconds. Hello, everyone. We're going to be going over these rules and explaining how they work. So, 2 teams will go head-to-head, playing each roll twice for a total of 4 trials. In play order is home team kills, survives, and then kills. In addition, teams get points in the trial for objectives, escapes, and hooks. And teams can't bring or use keys, iridescents, event items, or add-ons. Survivors can only bring 2 of a perk or item. Survivors can only bring yellow and brown items, and BP bonuses are awarded post-trial. Broken rules may result in penalties or restarts. All right, folks. I had to interrupt the rules. Actually, no, I didn't. I think it actually did finish on its own. But we're in game. That was a fast load time. I suspect it's because we're having a lot of PC players on this one. And a Bubba. Oh, yes, I love Bubba. Now, Rue was saying he doesn't like this map. I have to gracefully disagree, but I'm also a Claudette main, so I blend in with literally everything on this map. Not that it really matters, because Claudette can blend in on pretty much every map. Now, we do see XL Car getting immediately into a chase with Zarina, which... Ooh, she might get caught out here, but he could also end up tantruming. Be very careful around these corners. Very well done, Bubba. But he did not catch her, unfortunately. And XL Car now working his way up to the 2nd floor of the building and then jumped back down. I think Bubba also might have used Bamboozle on the window. I heard like a entity sound. And he does end up not bamboozling, tantruming on the edge of the boxes, and a generator might be popping in just a second. Let's see how they're doing on those. Yeah, Kieran working on a gen. Weissman instead working on a totem. This is actually a slow start to this game. A very long opening chase, but no generator popping. However, a totem did go down. Actually, I think a couple of totems have gone down. And a gen finally does pop. This team is definitely holding off Bubba quite well. But unfortunately, Certified Persona going to be the first one to go down as a generator pops just a few seconds ago. So kind of a 1-for-1. Having a bit of trouble finding her in the grass, though. And is finally going to get her picked up and put on a hook. And for those of you that missed it, this is trial number 1, by the way. I forgot to mention that because we got so fast into it. But it doesn't matter. You can see it on the screen. And we see Bubba getting another tantrum at the window. Not quite able to catch Zarina, unfortunately. And Certified Persona does get off the hook. And we see as well Tinkerer working his way across to the map towards the generator that was about to get done. But kind of diverts towards Zarina as the generator pops. Ooh, that is not ideal.
That's rough.
I probably would have gone straight for that gen myself, and he kind of got a little bit sidetracked with someone who already saw him. I mean, that kind of gave him no value for Tinkerer. Weissman using balanced landing to get some extra distance from the killer. And running through the trees, not looking behind him very much, making me a little bit anxious. Oh, please look behind you, Weissman, please. Oh, dear God. This could be where he goes down. Oh, Bubba getting it just in time as she was about to approach one of these loops, I think. There's a pallet in there. Maybe it didn't spawn, but that was very close. And he's going to get a basement hook, too. Basement Bubba's deadly stuff. That is some deadly stuff. Rue, are you familiar with Basement Bubba's?
Oh, all too much.
However, 3 generators done, and Bubba finding another one already? Ooh. Certified Persona getting caught out while I'm switching screens. That is unfortunate. And a second basement hook for Bubba as well. Holy cow, that is not good news. Double basement hook with 2 generators remaining. Bubba has a ton of pressure now. He's not going to get a lot of points from these hooks if they stick to them. Like, if he lets them get down, he might want to leave and let him get the unhooks.
I'd straight up camp him to death. I don't think they can get enough gens done before the pressure.
Yeah, I would at least camp one to death, but I might leave in time for one of them to get saved because I would want more points. But I don't know. That's tough. And he finds Nia here, too. Nia could be going down very soon. Oh, Nia, be careful, please. She does drop that pallet quick. It's a little bit of distance, but it's not going to be a whole lot. Is she going to be able to get down there? Oh, she's going straight to basement. She's just feeding Bubba. Oh, that is bad for business. This team is getting utterly destroyed right now. And they were doing so well with the gens. That is not good. Zarina, I don't know if you're next or what, darling, but I'd be careful. Certified Persona now dead on hook. Kieran also just getting hooked. Viceplin about to be dead on hook. And Zarina kind of giving away her position a little bit by finishing that gen. And we do see track marks, so Bubba's actually going to leave. Kieran using Deliverance to get off and getting Viceplin off as well. A very well executed escape plan. And we also see that the hatch spawned inside. But unfortunately, Kieran is going to go down right outside the basement. Bubba showing up because of Tinkerer out of nowhere.
Did they have a Gen 99?
I think they did. I think that's what Zarina was doing. She left one of the generators, came back, and finished both of them within a couple seconds of each other. I think is exactly what happened. So we see Subjective working on a gate. We see Kieran kind of just hanging out again, and Viceplin working his way to the exit gate. I think they're going to let Kieran go. I think that's the play, because honestly, I wouldn't want to challenge this Bubba. Maybe get some last-minute heal points and then get out. But yeah, that is unlucky. Now, we did see Hatch inside right by the basement. I don't know if they're going to actually go and get it. I don't know if Bubba saw it, but we did see it. No, Bubba did not. I even heard it just now. I heard it to the left side, but Bubba's just ignoring it, not even trying to go get it. Oh, Pog. Pepe hands. I don't know. I don't know what to say to that one.
Wow, what a turnaround.
Seriously. But they did, I mean, they got out, so I mean, more power to them.
True.
They did quite well.
That was very unexpected. That is not how I saw that game going at all. What
that was actually quite surprising.
Like having three people in basement and then a 2-man escape. That was almost a 3-man escape even.
It was that Deliverance play. That was really what did it for them. That Deliverance was brilliant. Waiting until Bubba got far enough away from the basement and then using that Deliverance, getting the unhook on Claudette and getting both of them out. Now, she did end up getting hooked again, but it worked out. It was actually a good escape plan.
Yeah, and that honestly, that wasn't a lot of hooks. A lot of hook progression, but not a lot of hooks.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Hex Ruin and Hex Undying went out of the game quick, too. Within, like, the first couple minutes. And we also saw Bamboozle and Tinkerer. Not really a build I'm overly fond of on Bubba, personally. But I get it. It's not like a bad, like this right here, and then with Tinkerer, it makes sense. It's something we see a lot of. I don't know.
Points are correct.
We can talk a little bit more about this after, because we're going to do our post-game review. We'll be right back after this. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Week 3 matchups, the conference rivals We Can't Loop versus Sample Text. And you're watching Vigo Squirt. This is your trial number 1 post-game review. This is what you just witnessed. 5 generators getting done by the skin of their ass, by the way. 2 escapes. Again, just remarkably close at the end. I thought this was going towards Bubba, but Bubba only getting 5 hooks with a lot of progression points and 2 kills. So not bad overall from both sides. 12-17, favoring Sample Text ever so slightly with a 5-point lead going into trial number 2 as Sample Tech leads the game currently. And we'll see how they do as they switch roles. And thank you, by the way, Fear of the Dark Wolf, for gifting 3 tier subs to Codex Dorona, Squid Savage, and Is It Original. Welcome to the jury, folks. So here are your highlights, Rue. Can you walk us through these a little bit?
Think I kind of called it a little bit. I think I would have camped those 3 survivors. So what if they get those, that last gen done, and they get 1 escape? That's one escape. You've gotten 5 hooks. You killed 3 people in the basement. They might have gotten an escape point, but you denied them 3 other escapees. And again, as Bubba, I don't think, is there any possible way you are getting out of a basement, Bubba? Like, is there any feasible way if Bubba plays it properly because of the chainsaw?
If he plays it properly,
way,
no. Optimally, it's not going to happen. I mean, the only real way is if you happen to get the unhook before he gets back to you, because then you can get borrowed time off. But other than that, it's pretty much impossible.
That's the thing. With Bubba, he catches up to people in borrowed time.
He can.
You hit them with borrowed time, and then you hit them again. I've seen it happen a billion times.
It's very similar to catching up with sprint bursts. A lot of people don't know that, but you can actually catch up to survivors that use a sprint burst in front of you. Just keep using your chainsaw and chaining those, I guess, tokens together. So, yeah, I mean, he's very fast. He gets up to, like, I think it's like 5.4 meters or something like that at max speed. It's pretty nuts.
He zooms. He goes zoom.
He be zooming. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And honestly, absolutely brilliant play on Kieran's part. Going down there, whether or not you get camped out, and he's like, well, just go distract him on, got subjective to, balance him a little bit on the gen. It's like, oh my goodness, just take this gen, am I gonna pop it in your face? And it was enough time for Kieran to get deliverance off, get them off the hook, and man some kind of, peel and escape. That was not what I envisioned for that game. That was crazy. I enjoyed that thoroughly. I thought he was going to get a 3K guaranteed, and they made it a 2-man escape out of it. Almost 3-man. Again, almost a 3-man escape. I thought Kieran would have deliverance, and it ended up not happening. Yeah,
it was close. It could have been a 3-man. If Nia had gotten away a little bit further, she may have actually been able to escape too. But the fact that Nia got downed right outside the basement, it just kind of messed it all up. And maybe if she had Decisive Strike, might have helped too, but it didn't work out that way.
There's a Poggard high five in play.
Really? We have to do this again? You people are nuts. All right, hang on. We'll get to it right between games. We haven't had the invites come in yet, so I want to keep looking at some of these highlights and if there's anything else we want to talk about.
That was some good gameplay though. Good chases.
I love Bubba.
I don't think did we see Bamboozle come into play? I like Bamboozle on Bubba personally because
we saw him use it, but it didn't really get any value. I don't think that's why I don't really use it. It can be helpful. I'm not going to say it can't. I just don't think it's as useful as some other perks. I tend to prefer tracking perks, especially things like Furtive Chase or something like that. And I don't like I said I've said this before. I don't use both chili add-ons. I'll usually use the purple chili add-on with a light chassis to kind of have the same Furtive Chase. Not Furtive Chase, sorry. Why did I say Furtive Chase? I am an idiot. I meant I'm all ears. Another Ghostface perk, but nevertheless, that's what I meant. I don't know why.
It's funny how Ghostface perks are great on not Ghostface. Same for Doctor. Same for Doctor.
Yeah.
Monitor abuse is not ideal on Doctor, but it's great on some others.
That is so true. I never really thought about that, but that's really true.
Honestly, that's kind of one of the things I like about DBD is that the perks are like flavorful sounding, but it's really actually not the way it sounds. You want to use them on other killers, and I like that. I like the miss and max, but
and even Franklin's Demise, I would replace Bamboozle with Franklin's Demise first before I would use Bamboozle personally, because I mean they're going to get a lot of value out of those med kits and toolboxes. It's just not ideal.
True. Honestly, I kind of wish they would buff Bamboozle. I want the vault speed to be faster. I think if they had buffed the vault speed, I think it'd be way more interesting and fun.
I can
Obviously,
see that.
You can't do it too much, but
I could definitely see that being useful. If it's,
I would like it anyway.
I would like it more. I would probably use it more often.
Then,
if it could do that.
Again, it's a bit selfish because I want it for Michael Myers Infinite Tier 3 Cracked Myers, where you just take, Brutal Strength, Fire Up, Bamboozle, and then whatever else you feel like. And you just you pretend that you're chasing a survivor just like in a straight line. It doesn't matter if they vault, you vault just as fast as them and you continue going after them.
So Sam, I guess, was exiting us for a moment to go see if they were giving me invites. I just got an invite from Kieran, so we should be going in just a second. Says the party is full, however, Sam. If you can look into that, it says their party is full. So I don't know what that's about.
They might still have if one of them as a team captain is not leaving, because usually the team captain set up the coordinated invites, so
right.
Might still be in spectator mode.
Well, we'll see in a second. As we wait, we have a high five to give out. So, do we want to do that really quick?
Yes, I am ready. Thank you.
All right.
I appreciate it. I don't
Certified
have a hand.
Persona should have sent you an invite. Is that what happened?
I got one from Kieran. I also got one from Certified Persona, though, so I will take what I can get.
Okay.
That is totally fine.
Yeah. So you're in now.
That's
right?
my motto.
I am in, yes. Take what I can get. I hope you guys are enjoying the show tonight. We're having a lot of fun. I'm having lots of fun. Tomorrow, by the way, we have a triple header, and tonight we do have another game at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Hellraisers versus
Ford
Fiddle.
White One Locker, I think.
Ford White's One Locker. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
And then
I'm
tomorrow we
looking forward
got
to that game.
three games in a row. Loop Artist PGS first, D-Hop versus Siphon, and then Port Mafia versus Undying Alliance. A lot of games tomorrow, starting at 4 p.m. And Certified Persona is saying he apologizes to me. We didn't forget you, I swear.
I don't know. It sounds like they forgot
Apology
you.
accepted. But I won't forget this.
Lies, I say, lies. They were like,
Lies
we're
and
going into
slander.
this without Poggy.
Oh my word.
Later down.
Also, can I just say I'm not excited by the fact that I have to not only like cast twice tomorrow, but I also have to play the last match of tomorrow after, streaming for like 4 hours.
That's gonna be
be
rough.
spicy.
That's going to be rough. But, you
gonna
take
be a
as
good
much
time.
time as you need, my friend. If you need to take off earlier in the second matchup, we can always have me just take over on host for a while, and that's fine. And then we'll have you
Hey,
back
yo,
later.
just to
Yo.
point out,
Hey.
we're 9
Hey.
subs from our first 100.
Hey, we're 9
Hey.
subs away from 100, guys. Let's have a subathon. Why don't we do that? Let's get us to 100, guys. Come on. Help us out.
Subathon.
I
All right,
like
Foggy, you know how
round numbers.
you know how you get that to work? You do a
How?
high five per sub. That's how you get it to work.
high
High
five?
five
No.
per sub. Will you commit?
High five.
Will you
High
commit?
five. High five for all 9. There. All right. We'll be back
That's
after
not-
this.
Wow, that's the most expensive high
All right,
five
we're going to
ever.
be looking at how the game works from the killer side. Now, killer points. Each survivor is worth a total of 6 points per survivor. First hook is 1 point, second is 2, and third is 3 points. Progressing is only 1 point. Killer bonus points. Every 5,000 blood points is 1 point. Getting to hatch first is also 1 point. A killer can only be used a total of 3 times in the season. Killers have a 150 millisecond ping limit. Also, should a reset occur, the killer and perks must remain the same. Bringing the wrong map is a forced reset, and minus 10 points. Bringing a killer a 4th time is 10 points off, and changing a build after is also 10 points. Not being on the roster is a 5 point and a reset. Yeah, me neither. And anyway, we're back here again. Week 3 matchup conference rivals. We Can't Loop versus Sample Text. Welcome back, folks. You're watching Vigo Scored, and this is trial number 2 coming up right now. We're loading in, and the score is pretty close. 17-12 currently favoring Sample Text. It's anybody's game, but Sample Text is in the lead, and they may hold on to that lead. Let's see how they do in the killer role. Certified Persona is first up as Oni. Chicken Pickle
We got
TTV,
it.
TP Dealer, and Harmless Sympathy, as well as Chef Mitchell. And that
We got a
is your
gifted
survivor
sub.
squad. A gifted sub. Thank you for the gifted sub from Lesbian Love to Show How One. Welcome to the squad, to the jury, as it were. So Certified Persona is currently looking for someone. He finds Nia, now in a chase with the Nia. And we also see someone working on a totem. And Harmless Sympathy is going to take an opening hit. Now, one thing I've heard about Oni is that you want to try and deny as many hits as possible because he really gets his power from getting hits. So, I think, like, for example, Nia here not immediately dropping that God Palette may actually play against this team because now he's very close to getting his full power, and just a little bit of blood will kind of cap him off, if I'm not mistaken. And that is the first down and first hook on Harmless Sympathy. And the survivors pretty close to getting a gen done, but they kind of seem to focus down totems first. You're getting a lot of totems. 3 totems have gone out already. TP Dealer is now in the chase inside of the small building. I guess the fishing hut or whatever this is.
Ooh.
And there it goes, his power. Going to use it as they get the unhook. Where is he going to go? He is chasing after Chicken Pickle. Okay. Wow. Getting a fast down on Chicken Pickle, TTV. I wasn't sure which one he was going for, but... And he's not going to go for a hook immediately. He's very smart, using his power right away. Trying to get it down on Claudette. Kind of just barely misses it. Claudette maybe juking, or... Perhaps she did a dead hard, I'm not sure, but that's 2 downs now. 1 on TP Dealer, 1 on Chicken Pickle, TTV. Let's see if he can maintain this pressure and get another down on someone else. Going back towards Chicken Pickle. Seems he's going to go for the unhook. His power is almost done, I believe, so for sure, not a bad call. He got 2 downs, definitely got value out of it. And that's exactly what you want to do.
That was a great start for them.
That was fantastic. Chef Mitchell doing a little bit of the dancy legs. Probably my favorite Survivor thing. And he's picking up now TP Dealer, so getting a double hook when they're very close together as well. So he may be able to pressure these survivors again, going back for this. These survivors cannot be doing well on gens. Let's see. Actually, Harmless Sympathy is working on one now. And she's injured, using that resilience buff to get some extra speed on it. Chef Mitchell going for the unhook. And I believe Certified Persona was kind of chasing after Chicken Pickle, but decided to abandon that chase and go for the generator over here instead. And going to soak up all that delicious blood. Blood. Survivor blood. And now he's got his power again. Gonna go towards the Killer Shack. Finding Harmless Sympathy over here once again. Who would be on second hook if he goes down. Nice dead hard, but not gonna be enough. That reach was beautiful and does get the down. Wow. That was one hell of a reach. Even with dead hard wasn't able to save her. Fantastic play by Certified Persona.
You know, it's kind of weird. He's bam-bamming in the opposite direction of her dead hard, and it's still down to her.
Yeah, that was nuts. But his hammer, his baseball bat or whatever, is really long lunge. So it really doesn't surprise me. But then we also have his power. It looks like his power is almost fully recharged after that, just from all the blood and hits he's been getting. And now chasing after Chef Mitchell. Down below, does get a hit, and now power again. Still 4 generators left. These survivors are struggling. This Oni got that very early pressure, and he just smacked Chef Mitchell. Didn't even use his power on that one. And now he's going to leave her slugged, use the power, go across back to this generator that he knows was probably being worked on. Tries to pressure. He does find Chicken Pickle. And gets another down. God, there is so much pressure on these survivors. Chef Mitchell getting back up already, but Chicken Pickle going to be on second hook. And that'll put 2 players on death hook. Checking in on the survivors. We see a generator like at 60% right about now with 2 people working on it, which is not a lot. Using Pop Goes the Weasel to regress the generator since Hex Ruin's gone. And is he going to make it there? Yeah, he's going to make it, and he's going to pressure. He might even get Chef Mitchell down again, but Chef Mitchell kind of moving out of the way. He was hoping for a Claudette there, I think. And he does get Chef Mitchell down quickly. Holy cow, Claudette's on the other side. I think I was thinking Nia, but you know what I meant. He was thinking somebody was hiding behind the gen. Chasing now after Harmless Sympathy, and Harmless Sympathy goes down as well. He is good at this. Holy crap. So many downs. Just applying so much pressure to these survivors. Already someone on death hook just completely dead. 1 generator popping even with all this pressure. It's wild that they're able to get anything done. Chef Mitchell apparently used Unbreakable to get up, though. And these survivors were all split up. Which is probably wise, but I think that this reset is just too little too late. I said it from the opening. I said from the very opening, Nia may have made a mistake by allowing Oni to get early hits on her. And that snowball started from that moment when he got that first power up. And he's been snowballing ever since. It's just been one long snowball for like the last 6 minutes. Chef Mitchell dropping the pallet early. And this is not exactly safe and is going to go down. And I believe that'll be a first hook for Chef Mitchell, who's been slugged a lot this game. Has not really been hooked at all. But now with 3 gens left and only 3 survivors, you don't really need to slug as much. You can just start going for hooks. And we can see all the survivors split up as well. Claudette over here. Ace on the other one. And Claudette going down as well. Just really quick. He is really quick at this. Not giving him a chance to get to safety at all. This is just like a masterclass in Oni play. And now 2 hooks on TP Dealer. Chef Mitchell off the hook. Picking up a medkit off the ground. And Certified Persona going back to kick the generator, which kind of we expected. Also getting his blood and his power. That delicious blood. Should have had a V8 maybe. But Chicken Pickle, fully healed, working on his generator. Kind of. Well, is he fully healed? No, he's just quiet. That's what it is. I was like, wait. Nobody's healed. And we see Chef Mitchell using a styptic out of line of sight, so is able to trick the killer into baiting a hit. Very nice. And working his way back towards the hook, I think. Yeah, I think he's suspecting somebody going for it. Going off to the left of the hook. Checking around, he does find Ace right here. Tries to go for the hit inside, but misses it. And does actually get the down right at the window. Very nicely played by Certified Persona. And TP Dealer dead. Progressing to Death Hook. We Can't Loop is struggling against sample text right now. And that'll be 3rd hook for Chicken Pickle. Chef Mitchell would only be on 2nd hook if they get hooked again, but that'll be a progression. Chef Mitchell probably going to try to find Hatch. He's looking around inside. This is a good place for this to spawn. Usually inside by the basement it will spawn. But no. No, it spawned somewhere else, and Oni got it.
Ooh.
This is going to be difficult for Chef Mitchell. He may end up dying here. How close are these exit gates? We have one over here by the killer shack. And the other one way on the other side. This actually might be possible for Chef Mitchell to get. He might have to wait out Oni's power first, because he can go back and forth quite a bit.
I think it might have actually been a mistake to pop his power, because you can't see the blood orbs from the Cheryl here.
That's a really good point. But it doesn't seem to matter. Anyway, he spots Cheryl, so it doesn't matter at all. Does find her and is now going to chase her to death. And gets Chef Mitchell down really quick. GG's. We Can't Loop. That's devastating. That is really devastating. These guys struggled to counterplay this Oni.
Look at all that blood.
Look at all the blood. It looks delicious. You gonna soak it up for us? Oh yeah, thank you. That's satisfying.
Oh man,
that is so satisfying.
Get 750 points of blood orb right there. That's insane. Good night.
I mean, like I said, this was basically a masterclass in how to Oni. I've never really seen Oni play that good, other than from, you know, like maybe a couple YouTubers that are like Oni mains or whatever. But other than that, I mean, it's phenomenal play all around. Just phenomenal. And his build, of course, we saw Hex Ruin, Tinkerer, Pop Goes the Weasel, and Corrupt Intervention. So, and he used Corrupt Intervention to great effect, getting early downs, early pressure, And pop goes the Weasel as a backup to Hex Ruin, which obviously came into play because Hex Ruin got downed really quick. And Tinkerer using it to get back and forth to the survivors whenever the generators were nearly completed. I mean, it just overall really synergetic play and great build overall. And we also saw his add-on Scalped Top Knot and a Lion Fang. So basically giving him increased activation charge rate of his Demon Dash and increase the duration of Blood Fury. So very nice.
I think
Great
that straight up
build.
halves the charge time.
Yeah, I think it does. Which one? This one? Or, oh, no, wait, this one.
The Scalp Top Knot, yeah.
Yeah, it's quite a bit faster, yeah.
It's good. Also, score is correct.
Thank you. So we're going to do a quick post-game review. We'll be right back after this. Hang tight. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you are watching Week 3 Matchups Conference Rivals We Can't Loop versus Sample Text. This is your post-game review. You're watching Vigo's Court. Hope you're having a good day. Here it is, trial number 2. This is what you witnessed, ladies and gentlemen. 2 generators getting done. I mean, is that accurate? We only saw 2 generators get done?
They didn't get hardly any gens done.
Wow.
Yeah, that's correct.
0
2 gens got
escapes.
done.
10 hooks from Oni. Wow. And 4 kills. Like, I actually didn't even recognize that. Well, 5 to 26 in favor of Sample Text. Basically a shutdown from Sample Text. And they're leading, naturally, going into trial number 3. Fantastic. I didn't even realize it was that bad. Only 2 generators get done. Had to put that in perspective.
They cleansed more totems. They cleansed more totems than they did gens.
I see. Yeah, that makes sense. And, of course, here are your here's your post-game highlights. Rue, can you walk us through a little bit?
Oh man, I think you nailed it. This was a very, very bad start for the survivors. If you see an Oni, you throw pallets. You throw pallets no matter what. Even if it's like not even close, like they're far away, just throw the pallet. Make it safe. You don't want to give Oni his power that early in the game, and that is exactly why. Because as soon as he got his power, the survivors, like, their game plan was shut off. He was everywhere. He was pushing them off gens. It didn't matter they didn't have Ruin because he doesn't care. He's just going to start downing everybody. That was an insane Oni game, in my opinion. And again, like, I'm not taking away from the fact that Oni played very well, but the survivors really kind of just handed it to him by giving him his power that early. It was like, what, a minute and a half and he had his power? Is that how early it was? It felt like it almost immediately.
I think they were panicked after that first down, maybe even the second one. Like, they started kind of really scrambling for a strategy, and maybe comms were a little confused. It seemed like they had a hard time recovering just in general, and I don't think that they're... I mean, they're not a bad squad. We Can't Loop is a really good survivor squad, so it's shocking to see them get down that far to 5 points. I mean, that's hard to see. So I have to suspect it was just panic mode.
It might have been. Also, I will say, from my knowledge of We Can't Loop's lineup, I think we're missing a couple people, but I can't say for sure. Yeah, that was tough. That was really, really tough. Because, yeah, after that, I think at one point he had someone hooked and 2 people down? Or was that like someone death hook and then he downed another person? I forget. But he had so much pressure after that. The pressure was never alleviated.
For like a full 5 minutes, he just pressure. Yeah, it was nuts.
Yeah. And that duration add-on really, really added to it, I think, because as soon as he would get it down, or like I think he only needed 2 downs, he would just deactivate his power and he'd still have that much gauge left. So, and again, it didn't help the fact that I'm pretty sure he got 2 full uses of his power strictly just off of going to a place where the survivors had been on a gen and just absorbing all the blood they had spilt out doing the gen there.
Yeah, I mean, he used Tinkerer to just great effect as well. I mean, every time Tinkerer procced, he went pretty much straight for the gen. That's something Bubba could have done as well, but he didn't really do that. Bubba in the previous game from We Can't Loop, like they kind of abandoned Tinkerer and didn't get a lot of value out of it. But Oni showing us, like I said, if you're looking into being an Oni main or an Oni player, you can study this game probably a lot and learn a bunch, because that was, like I said, a masterclass in Oni gameplay. That was phenomenal all around. Just phenomenal.
And you're right. That was a really good use of Tinkerer. I think Tinkerer is one of the better perks on him, because you can activate and go across the map so fast, and if they stick to that gen, they can get madly punished for it. So I think the only thing that I can critique for this Oni is I like the Minotaur skin better. I think that's the only thing I can say. This Oni
yeah, I
just
can see
played
that.
brutally.
I mean, skins aren't really gameplay things, so I would I would just say at this point you're nitpicking on something irrelevant, but I can appreciate that because I feel the same way about Trapper. I hate Trapper's default skin. I love his new hooved creature skin, the Krampus. So
Krampus
cute.
Skin is,
it's so cute.
Oh, it's so good.
It's so adorable,
I want
man.
more of these Mythic series. Yeah. No, yeah, I understand. And to be fair, it does affect gameplay. Have you ever had Minotaur Oni just barreling down at you and just how terrifying that is? It's a statement.
Granted. I mean, it's kind of, well, see, I did like an experiment, and I'll just quickly review this as we're waiting for these guys. I did an experiment with Hag where I did 2 different Hag outfits. I did the really bright, blighty looking one, the hollowed blight, and then I did the darkest skin she has. And I didn't really see any difference in my win rate in between that. Like her stealth, and I had a stealth build on both of them, so I didn't really see any difference in my win rate. But it's Hag,
I mean, to be
so
fair, if you see the Hag, you're in for a bad time anyway.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. So maybe
if you're close enough to see Hag, you're in the web.
Maybe, though, hot take, cosmetics are just cosmetic and don't really affect gameplay that much. Unless you're a blendette, in which case everything I just said's a lie. But
I mean, I have the blighted ghost face.
Wait, what did Sam just say? Sorry.
I said I think everything you just said is a lie anyway.
All right.
Wow.
Cool. So we're gonna go in here. We see our Survivor Squad again, the same squad again. TP Dealer, Harmless Sympathy, Chef Mitchell, TTV Pickle, Chicken Pickle, TTV. I guess Chef Mitchell going to be cooking some chicken pickles today, and Kieran on Killer. So they are switching killers.
Also, to back on what you said earlier, I think blighted Ghostface is probably technically worse because he is not very it is very obvious when he's leaning around the corner. However, it's a statement.
Right. No, I don't want to discount all cosmetics because I haven't tested this on everything. I'm just saying, so far in my experience, I have gotten very little use out of special cosmetics or whatever. But maybe there's actually uses to specific builds with specific cosmetics and things that I don't know about, and I'd love to hear some ideas. If you guys want to, pitch some ideas, maybe I can test some other stuff on my stream sometime. I've taken like a week off of Poggy stuff. I haven't uploaded any videos or done any streams. I just needed some time. My brain was killing me after last week. But we'll be back. I'll be back doing Poggy this week coming up. Anyway, we have some rules for you. Hang tight because they're loading in. We'll be right back. You're watching Vigo's Court. Hang on. All right, folks, we're going to be looking at how the survivors side earns their points, and let's look at all their objective score points, counting down from 5 generators. 5 and 4 are worth 1 point each. 3 and 2 gens are worth 2 points each, and 1 is worth 3 points. 1 escape is worth 1 point. 2 escapes is worth 2 points. 3rd escape is worth 4 points, and the 4th escape a total of 5 points. Every 16,000 scored is worth 1 point. First to hatch also gets 1 point. Survivor penalties: bringing banned or limited items, perks, or add-ons is minus 10 points. Changing build after reset is also minus 10 points. And starting with the wrong skin or avatar or a non-listed roster player is minus 5 points as well. All right, folks, we're going to be looking at how the Survivor side earns... Oh, welcome back, everybody. We're here. Week 3 matchups, conference rivals, We Can't Loop versus Sample Text. Hope you guys are enjoying today's show. We're about to load in now. Oh, man, this score is not what I was expecting at all. And they just now got in. Let's take a look. Trial number 3, we have a Wraith. They're bringing a Wraith. So I think that they feel confident in their score right now, that they are okay bringing a killer that's maybe not as strong, even though, Wraith can do really well. I think We Can't Loop, who is really good at looping, is going to probably loop this Wraith for days. But I feel like they're like, we have such a strong lead that we're okay pulling back on a more sort of throwaway killer. I don't want to shit on Wraith because he's not a bad killer by any means. He's just not as good as some others, is what I mean. I don't want to offend any Wraith mains. Sorry. I'm sorry.
How dare you?
I know, how dare I. Finding Claudette really quick, though, and TP Dealer gonna try for a window fake. Doesn't really work. Gets a little bit out-positioned and takes a hit early. And we do see Sloppy Butcher coming into play. Harmless Sympathy working on a totem over here. Chef Mitchell on a gen. And Kieran back in chase with Claudette again. And already lost one of his totems. TP Dealer is working around this TNL loop. And we see Kieran trying to capture her, but having very little success around that. Because, again, these guys are actually really good at looping, despite their name. Kieran is abandoning that Claudette. He said, no, I'm going to get looped for days. I'm going to lose all my gens really fast. We also see Crypto Intervention, by the way. And he does find Claudette again, and she might be outpositioned here. Yeah, she goes down quick. That is smart. So this is something that's worth talking about in the opening of this game, is that on this early down, the reason he got the down is not because he stuck to chase. It's because he abandoned the chase and then went back for her and got her out of position. And that is important. Wraith is not great at chase, but he's really good at hit and run.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure.
And Kieran getting his first hook with Claudette on first hook. Finding Chef Mitchell. Chef Mitchell inside of a loop already, though. So not ideal play. Chef Mitchell going for the stun. Very nice. Very nice stun on the Wraith. Chef Mitchell waiting for him to break the pallet, goes to another pallet nearby, and once again, Wraith going to abandon chase, which is exactly what I would expect. 2 generators done, though, already. This is a much more we can't loop sort of game that I expected to see. Where they're already getting gens done, only have 1 hook, and, oh, Chef Mitchell going to take a hit. Another gen may be popping soon, but Chef Mitchell is healing back up. Wraith abandoning chase. And finding Ace, but Ace spotted him, so running towards the TNL loop. And I think TP Dealer is about to hit second state. Yep, there she goes into second state. So they're kind of doing gens before friends again, which could play against them here if they're not careful. Harmless Sympathy about to finish their generator. Chef Mitchell trying to go in for the save, but Wraith defending. Bing, bong, mother effer. So, going in, Chef Mitchell trying to get the unhook. I think that we're going to see him actually get downed, maybe. Does take a free hit. And now Chef Mitchell's in the chase with Wraith. And once again, Wraith going to abandon chase, I believe.
Huh.
Trying to get a sneaky hit on Nia, but Nia's spotting him very quick. These survivors have their eyes open. And once again, same deal here. However, Claudette may not make that. No, she did make it. And Chicken Pickle taking a free hit to distract him. I'm trying to pull aggro off of TP Dealer. TP Dealer being on Death Hook. Probably a smart idea to do that. Kind of running headfirst into Wraith. Did I say Trapper? But I think I said Trapper. I'm not sure. Anyway.
I didn't hear Trapper.
I don't know. I may have confused myself.
Ooh.
And Chef Mitchell jumping into the chase as well. Again, taking a protection hit for the Claudette. And this is exactly what I expected to happen. With her being on an early death hook like this, they want to avoid her dying right now because that's going to be a lot of pressure for Wraith that he can apply on the 3 remaining survivors. So instead, they're trying to take protection hits. Claudette probably running off to the middle of nowhere to heal. No, she's not. No. No, she's just working on a gen, which, you know, I understand their strategy there, but oh, she does go down. That is unlucky.
Uh-oh.
That's going to be a death hook for Claudette. A 4-gen? Does he have a 4-gen?
I think he's got a 4-gen back there.
Let's see this. Let's see if we can get a good view when he turns around. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, he has a really solid 4-gen. This is bad. Oh, this is so bad. They 4-gened themselves. Oh, no. And he's got Pop Goes the Weasel as well. This is bad for them. This, now with Claudette dead, this could be very bad for We Can't Loop, and a strong comeback could be coming for the Wraith. Oh, wow. Good spot, by the way. I didn't even notice that right away, but that's not ideal. And even if they get one of these gens out of the way, it will not break up the remaining 3 gen either, because they're still very close together. And of course, all Wraith has to do is keep pressuring. Kicking that one. Didn't have Pop Goes the Weasel for that kick, though. I guess he used it on this other generator first. And yeah, he sees them. It looks like they might be giving up or something. I don't know. That was weird how they just kind of stood there and did that. But Harmless Sympathy taking a free hit. And bing bonging away again, going back towards the hook. No, I guess he wants to... Yeah, they tapped the gen. Okay, they tapped the gen, so he went ahead and kicked it again. Very smart.
I think they're trading items so that they can try and get this gen gemmed out.
It seems like that's what they're trying to do, yes. I think that they're going to be trading their items off and picking up toolboxes and whatnot. She might even be looking for a toolbox in a chest. However, picking up Chase outside of the 4-gen, being very careful to not get down, drops the pallet right on top of him. And Harmless Sympathy leaves that loop, which is probably smart. That pallet is very unsafe and leaves it as soon as she gets the stun, which is exactly what you like to see. And leaving the Cybers alone for a minute to go for the unhook, but comes back immediately to the hook. And does find Chicken Pickle right at the hook and gets the down quickly. That'll be first hook for Chicken Pickle. Can I just say, I never thought in my career that I'd be saying Chicken Pickle this much in, like, one day. Like, if I had to go, hey, are you going to be saying Chicken Pickle a lot in your life sometime? I would have thought that. But we are here with some really funny named players. I love it. I love these names. And Kieran vaulting back again to this area on top of the Grim Pantry. Very, very good looping. Nia staying close to the wall to avoid getting hit through the window as well. Chef Mitchell, they're trying to reset, I think. They're trying to do a little reset. Now that one of them's dead and all of them are injured, they want to avoid just dying outright. And so they want to reset and maybe try to go back for gens after that. But in the meantime, these gens are all regressing, so are going to have to go all the way back to restarting these gens, which could be bad. Like, that gen was almost like 80%, and now it's going to be regressed to practically 10%. This could be a long end game, folks. Buckle up. Sit tight, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a long one. Harmless Sympathy, though, the only injured player at the moment, catching Chase with the Wraith, is going to work her way back up here. She handles this area very well, though. And does it again. Starts healing herself off the top of the Grim Pantry. And we see Wraith appearing behind her. And she appears to have used a Styptic agent. But Wraith did not commit and kind of a wasted Styptic agent.
I think she panic clicked.
I think so, too. It might have been a panic. And instead finding Ace. Ace taking a hit. Gonna use his balanced landing to get some extra distance and work his way to the Killer Shack. And Wraith abandoning chase with Ace. Once again, I told you, this is going to be a long game unless he can get some early quick downs. Now, we do see Nia again trying to take chase. She may go down here, though. Ooh, Wraith whiffing, giving her the time she needs to get back to safety. As she goes right back to this window vault, Kieran's going to say, oh, F this, I'm out of here. Very well played by Nia, and a lucky break that she was kind of just out of reach on the ramp. And we do find Ace looking right there by the pallet, dropping it right on his face. Very well played. And a generator pops meanwhile. Oh, boy. Chef Mitchell was secretly working on a gen, perhaps? Or was it
I think so.
Chicken Pickle? I'm not really sure which one it was, but somebody getting one of these gens out of the way right under Wraith's nose. Wraith trying to loop Chef Mitchell right here, but this is not good. I think he's panicking a little bit. Now he's like, no, I don't want to commit to this chase. Let's not do that. Let's be very careful. But he hasn't really gotten a whole lot more hooks since we've been at this 4-gen scenario. Now a 3-gen scenario, of course. What do you think? Do you think that they're going to take this one? I mean,
it's possible. Honestly, I think he messed up not actually committing to someone because that gen popped and he didn't get anything out of it.
Right. I think the mess up wasn't not committing. I think the mess up was leaving the 4-gen area too much, going back to the Grim Pantry. And he is hanging out right on top of her, waiting out that Styptic agent, waits it out perfectly, and then gets the down. This could be a basement hook for her, unless there's a closer hook. Yeah, there we go. Okay, actually, she's on death hook, so it wouldn't matter which hook he gets anyway. So he's going to work his way back to the 3-gen.
It does matter, because now they have no hook in that corner. If Reverend can go down in that corner, you can't hook him.
That's true. That's a good point. Maybe should have gone for the basement for safety, but it doesn't seem to matter at this point. We'll see how they do, because he already went for it, so it's a little too late. I mean, these survivors could still pull this off if they're careful, but they're going to have to be really careful.
Yeah, they can. To be fair, though, a lot of resources and pallets in that area are gone now, which makes that a lot more... that's a lot tougher 3-gen.
We just saw some scratch marks on the building, and Wraith just stood there, didn't go for it. Is this true invisibility? When Wraith stands still, he has true invisibility. Is that right? Or, correct. Yeah, okay, so he was kind of just standing, monitoring the situation. But Ace spots him quick as well. So he's hanging out by the 3-gen area. He's deciding not to leave this area. He knows how safe it is. He knows he can just juggle between them. We might be looking at our second stalemate of this season.
I think it's not going to be a stalemate, and for one reason. He just needs to wait for the gens to regress completely, and then he can dedicate properly to a chase. Because honestly, as a killer, you should be able to get someone down in faster than 80 seconds.
That's a good point. I would agree that's a good point. But if he doesn't commit, which he hasn't done so far, we may be looking at a sort of stalemate scenario. Now, obviously, the last stalemate we had wasn't actually a stalemate. Eventually, somebody made a mistake. But I don't know. I don't know. They might get impatient, maybe make a mistake here. It's tough to say. And it does seem like he's committing to Harmless Sympathy, who may actually be going down right here. Oh, but Wraith whiffing it. Right by the boat, and she gets the stun to get away. Very well played by Harmless Sympathy. And Chicken Pickle working on their generator.
Thank you for another jury member seat, Bob.
Thank you so much. We're at 92 sub points right now. 92 subs.
I think 93? I don't know.
93? We are very close to 100. If you guys want to help us get to 100, that'd be amazing. Anyway, Kieran working on Chicken Pickle TTV, committing to this chase with Chicken Pickle.
92.
At least for the moment.
92?
92.
Okay.
Thank you.
I can dream.
And again, everybody injured. Probably going to want to try to reset. Harmless Sympathy working on a gen. Kieran committing to chase with Ace. Oh, he got body blocked by the fat shame door, as they call it, I guess. The fat shame window. That's, ooh, I'm familiar with that one, and I would have forgotten about it too. But when I saw him, I thought he stopped moving. But he didn't. He actually just got caught. That area between those two trees right there is a bugged area that you cannot get between for some reason. And just kind of forgot that it was there, I guess, and ends up going down. That's second hook now for Chicken Pickle. Nia exposing herself. Not in any dirty way, just like, you know, hello, I'm Nia. But we'll see. And Mikey 101353 joined the jury. Welcome, my friend, to the jury pool. Glad to have you here. Thank you for your support.
Do we know where the hatch is?
No, we do not know where the hatch is. I have not seen it. Well, now we do.
Now we do.
Speak of the devil. So Wraith playing it safe is going to stand right here on the hatch. This is the smart play. Chicken Pickle killing himself on hook. Also not a bad play. Going for the unhook wouldn't be very wise. And we do see Nia trying to escape. Where's she going to go? I don't know. Using his all-seeing blood to keep track of her. Waiting a moment to, I guess, tease her, and then it's going to kick it right in her face, isn't he? There it goes. There goes the kick in her face. And is now going to chase her down. That true invisibility when you're standing still, absolutely brilliant. She had no idea he was standing there. At least for a moment. She thought she's like gonna get hatched, and no, not so much. But Wraith having a couple of whiffs, I think he's getting a little bit excited that he got this game in the bag, and that's gonna be Harmless Sympathy going down on first hook. By the way, 2 progression hooks on Harmless Sympathy. Unlucky. So ultimately, not a tie, not a stalemate, but a long game, 16 minutes, one of the longer games we've had this season as well. So not bad though overall. This team did really well on both sides, I think. But Kieran coming out on top, bing bonging for us over and over. I'm just get away from that for a moment because my ears are bleeding.
Look at all the progression hooks this game.
Yeah, it almost looks like as many progression hooks as there were regular hooks. Not quite, but almost.
Just about. Wow.
Oh, boy.
Jeez,
ladies and
that
gentlemen,
was-
I hope you liked that game. That was actually a really exciting game, despite being quite long. I liked it. I thought it was quite entertaining. Just give me one moment, and we will review this build quickly. Then we'll do some post-game review, and we'll be back in a moment. But first, we see Sloppy Butcher, Corrupt Intervention, Hex, Ruin, and Pop Goes the Weasel. I mean, it is what it is. And we also saw All Seeing Blood, which lets you basically see all the survivors within 12 meters while you're cloaked, and Windstorm, which makes him move faster and comes out of... slightly decreases the rate's movement speed. Sorry, I got them mixed up with a different one. It doesn't matter. Anyway, that was trial number 3. Rue, how you doing over there?
The points are good. We are ready to go post game.
Let's do it. Let's do that post-game review. We'll be right back. Okay, folks, you're watching Week 3 matchup Conference Rivals We Can't Loop versus Sample Text. I hope you're enjoying the show. You're watching Vigo's Court. This is your post-game review of trial number 3, and we're about to go into trial number 4 in just a few minutes. We saw 4 generators getting done. Not a bad showing by these survivors at all. They held it together, but they unfortunately got 4-gen'd and had 0 escapes as a result. But Wraith only getting 7 hooks. Not bad either. I mean, about halfway up the ladder, but 4 kills is going to definitely give him a higher score. 23-9 in favor of Sample Text in trial number 3, and Sample Text is leading going into trial number 4, and I think they may have enough of a lead that We Can't Loop can't even come back from this. Maybe they should change the name to We Can't Come Back. Why? Wait, was that trial 4?
No, I updated too early. I'm sorry.
Oh, so what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? You know the rules.
I am
know
the new
rules.
Sam.
It wasn't wrong. It wasn't wrong though. They are kind of already convicted of murder.
He's right.
Yeah.
Sam's right. It's game over for these guys. I mean, there's no coming back unless Sample Text
Actually, a
decides to
wrong
forfeit. Well, yeah, that's
Wrong
true.
map. And a wrong perk could do it.
Yeah, I don't
True.
think we're gonna see that though.
No.
Because Sample Text is surviving next, so that would be
Can't even get the wrong map.
yeah, they can't get the wrong map, so it wouldn't be possible. Anyway,
So,
but maybe they'll bring
I
like
feel like-
4 medkits and a whole bunch of duplicate perks accidentally, and like all of them will be dressed as Nia. I don't know. Anyway, Rue, take us through these highlights.
I think the biggest turning point for this game was, I believe it was a Claudette that made it a second hook really quickly. And it was because I think Wraith noticed that 4-gen in the back. I'll have to ask them if they come for the post-game interview. But they got that hook in the back. The Wraith had no reason to leave. They had a super good 4-gen back there. And I think they knew that. And so, like, letting the Claudette get to second hook, I wouldn't have been surprised if they just fully camped her to death, but they ended up not letting her get to second phase, but shortly killed her afterward. They committed to her after, the survivors tried to take hits, but the Claudette never healed and got her death hook early. And I think that just kind of sealed the deal. The survivors didn't have enough peel power. Again, honestly, even with 4 survivors, I don't know how you'd break that 3-gen. I don't. I think if there was 4 survivors, I think it truly would have been a stalemate. But because there was 3, you couldn't all reset properly. Because if you tried to dedicate to a reset, the Wraith could harass you and push you around and possibly get it down, and you can't risk it. So
The only way it works.
That was brutal.
The only way it works is if you get a survivor to trick the Wraith or whoever really into committing to a long chase away from the 3-gen. But I mean, he didn't really do that a whole lot. Well, I think he did it once, and when he lost his 4-gen, he stuck to that 3-gen a lot harder. But I will say, I'm pretty sure a Blendette could pull this off, because a Blendette on this map, you can basically hide. Well, of course, he has all-seeing blood, but without that, though, all things being equal, Blendette went down first, but all things being equal, a proper Blendette could hide from Wraith without the all-seeing blood and actually pull off some jukey movement and plays and hide. But anyway, we didn't see that, unfortunately. I need to make another video of Blendette stuff, because I have so many tips I could give on how to blend properly with Blendette, because I think actually Starbo did a nice one too recently as well.
I have a fun Blendette story about. I have a clip of it too, actually.
Please disrupt the entire stream for your stories.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So there was one time I was trying to Blendette to hide from this Oni that was chasing this Nia, and this Nia comes around the rock to try and sandbag me, but I was Blendetting so well, the Oni came and downed her, picked her up and hooked her, and went off, never knowing I was there. Standard Blendette stuff.
Standard stuff.
Good grief.
I actually have a similar video on my YouTube channel where I just do a whole bunch of different Blendette plays, and some of them are just where they shocked me as to how they didn't see me. But anyway, I actually, one of our first games, Sam, if you remember, was when we were playing against Deathslinger, and he shot me over the pallet, and we stood there for a solid minute. Remember that? He did not try to break away. He didn't try to break away his harpoon or whatever. And
chain.
I didn't. Yeah, his chain, and I didn't try to break it either. I knew that if I just stood there, it would waste it, and basically just stood there over the pallet, waiting. It was the God pallet on the top of Ormond, the top of the building. Anyway, that's neither here nor there, but just something that I remembered when you were mentioning playing Blendette.
Poggy, so we have Hag facts. Are you going to give us Blendette facts?
That's too long of a command. I would say maybe...
Blend facts?
Blend facts? Yeah, we could do that. I'll do some blend facts.
Into the blender.
What? I didn't hear it.
I don't know.
So
Something about a
trips
blender.
into the blender.
Yeah, trips into the blender.
No.
Yeah.
Easy.
All right, let's check out some of this chat.
Man.
I want to read some chat. So we have a couple of new. By the way, we had another 2 subs, I think, in the last few minutes that we missed. I want to see if we can find out who those were. Sam, do you know who they were?
Really?
Mikey 101353 subscribed with Prime. I think we might have gotten him.
Yep, that was it. There hasn't been anything since.
Okay, well, we have 94 sub points, so it went up a little bit more. I don't know why.
Because Twitch. I called it.
Okay.
It was 93. I knew it.
Okay.
I'm
I
good
thought
at
so
this.
too. I think you were right. I thought so too.
No.
So,
y'all are
actually,
both
chat's
wrong.
mostly-
It was 92.
Exoblythe-
It was
Exoblythe
92.
Oh. Exoblythe is saying you're lucky that Oni didn't have Infectious Fright. That's a fair point. If Oni had Infectious Fright, that game might have been even more brutal. That is a pretty common perk on Oni.
But he didn't need it. That's the thing. He just didn't need it. He did
You're
really
not
well
wrong.
without it. Yeah, he did really well without it. I have...
Actually,
yeah,
no.
go ahead.
With that build specifically, it wouldn't work because he had Tinker. If Tinker goes off and if you have Infectious Fright, you get no Infectious Fright value. So that's a fair point. I guess if you took out Tinker and put it in, it'd be fine.
So, chat, you guys aren't really talking to us. You're mostly just talking to each other. So I was looking for hey Poggy or hey Roo or something about the game. But you guys are mostly just talking to each other and adding each other. I have a question for chat. If you guys have any, I guess, fan fiction or skits that you want us to do. Like I said, we have a lot of in-between game time where we just don't know what to do or what to say. And so I would really enjoy if you guys have some story time with Rue, and we are going to add that in. I think by next week we'll have it in as a purchasable thing besides just our lovely high fives, which I won't do one for free. But
oh my
besides
word.
that, I would like to have you guys be able to purchase, like this guy said, paragraph long things where you can send in your fanfic or funny sketches for us to read. So,
Poggy, the test results came back. I'm pregnant, and you're the father.
How How do you
Well,
end
y'all
this?
for sure increased the cringe. Y'all did
Can
a
I-
really good job of increasing the cringe. Good job.
I need to
Good
leave.
job.
Oh, there we go.
I just cut the set. Oh, okay. Never mind. He's gone. It's okay. Hi, everybody. This is Vigo's Court. I'm your Judge, Little Rear Guard. Counselor Poggy's out for the day, so I'm going to be handling this solo. It's going to be okay. Speaking of solo, there's no transition here. I'm sorry. I'm just going to go straight into the shameless plug. We got merch at vigoscourt.tv/merch where you can support your favorite teams by getting a shirt or sticker of your choice. I have a UA shirt on the way. I'm excited. I'm hoping it's here Saturday, tomorrow, so I can rep my team when it goes down. Welcome back, Poggy. I'm glad you're here.
I was looking for a coat hanger, but they're all made of plastic. Anyway. Are you okay, Ru?
That was a terrible joke. That was a horrible joke.
Anyway.
Oh, no.
I'm scolding you.
Oh,
You're
come
scolded.
on. Come on. Have a sense of
There
humor.
are two flashlights. There are two flashlights here.
Yeah.
Oh,
Two flashlights, a med
goodness.
kit, and a toolbox. I don't know if that's ideal. I would probably bring 2 toolboxes or 2 med kits, but I guess one of each isn't terrible. I don't know. But the flashlights, interesting choice. I think they might just be trolling at this point.
I
And
mean,
I can't say that's a
good time. Why
bad
not?
idea. Yeah, true. True.
I mean, if the flashlight saves the new meta. Get those extra blood points. Get those bonus points boosted in the end game. I'm just saying.
I apologize if my humor offended anyone. It was just to be funny. I don't actually support any such things. Just so we're clear. It was
Oh my
just a
goodness, you're
joke.
so bad. Oh no, Chad finally saw it. Poggy, no. What is this hashtag Poggy's Palm?
Rue kind of started it when he said you're saying he's pregnant. I don't know.
Poggy is convicted of murder.
That's fabulous. That's a good one.
Oh my goodness, chat. What would we do without you? You are absolutely gorgeous and shining tonight. Thank you for being here.
Somebody they're
man.
chatting to me, and I didn't even notice this. They're chatting to me, and here it says, "Anyone checking screens? Sorry for the hold screens again." Sam, do you want to check their screens or whatever? Maybe drop in their chat really quick, and yeah, there you go. Okay, he's gone. He's going now. He's coming. He's coming. All right. My bad. Didn't see chat. Heart.
Busy getting coat hanger. Wow.
I didn't say for what. I really didn't. That was all implied, really. That's all it was.
Are you going to be doing the laundry here? Are you going to be doing the laundry in this relationship? Is that how that works?
Yes. I was going to do the laundry in our relationship. See? At least someone gets it.
Oh, my goodness. This is why we can't have nice things.
Right. Oh,
man.
boy. So, chat is exploding with how ridiculous that joke was. Convicted of murder. Actually, since you brought that up, I think that would be a
good
great
one.
t-shirt idea. I think that'd be a fabulous t-shirt idea.
What, Poggy is convicted of murder or just convicted of murder?
Maybe blank is convicted of murder, and you can have it fill in your
like
own
having
name.
a t-shirt design.
For
Like
you, yeah.
UA is convicted of murder or something.
Yeah. You
I
can have
can
it.
see that. I can see that.
One of each of the teams. You can have it for each individual in the like your name, like whoever you are. Maybe I don't know. We'll have to look into that. But
I can see that.
we're still waiting. I guess because they're
We good to go?
checking screens. No, not really.
Screens have been checked.
But I was,
Okay.
I was checking for Sam. All right.
Well, folks, this is going to
Sweet.
be trial number 4, and we're going to go in just a sec. Before we do, let's run them rules, and we'll be right back after this. Hello, everyone. We're going to be going over these rules and explaining how they work. So, 2 teams will go head-to-head, playing each role twice for a total of 4 trials. In play order is home team kills, survives, and then kills. In addition, teams get points in the trial for objectives, escapes, and hooks. And teams can't bring or use keys, iridescents, event items, or add-ons. Survivors can only bring 2 of a per-core item. Survivors can only bring yellow and brown items, and BP bonuses are awarded post-trial. Broken rules may result in penalties or restarts. Okay, folks, we're back here again with our conference rivals, and we're not even going to wait to see it because they're already in. We're in. And another Wraith, by the way. And we see Nia catching a glimpse of the Wraith a little bit too late. XL Car getting an early hit and may actually get an early down on Nia as well. And apparently these Survivor squads are memeing, I've heard. A little birdie told me. Or is it the Killer Squad? Which one is it? I don't even know. It doesn't matter. I think they're all memeing at this point. A nice killer blind at the pallet. Beautiful. And she spots a totem as well. Now running toward the killer shack. Maybe going to drop the pallet early? No, not going to. Instead, hoping she was going to, hoping that he was going to respect the pallet, but he did not. And so does end up going down. Unfortunately, an early down on Nia, but good for We Can't Loop. And wait, what is going on over here? Were they trying to get a Sabo play? That wasn't going to work. Good try, though, I guess. No, okay, they don't have Sabo. I was like, wait, what's she doing over here? She kind of ran into Wraith's face. And Certified Persona is now going to take a hit as well. And thankfully is looking back at the killer, but gets caught out a little bit, but does drop the pallet early for safety, and then begins to heal herself back up. Well played. And I think Wraith may have just found another one. And gets a hit on Viceplin, who tries to do a window blind. These survivors are being a little goofy right now. And We Can't Loop's XL Car is bing-bonging a lot right now. As a generator pops Certified Persona, getting the unhook. As they are now fully healed, as well as what appeared to be a bamboozle? Was it?
Might have been.
What is this? Oh, she was trying to body block or something. I'm not really sure what happened there. Subjective taking a hit. And I'm not going to give away what build this guy's running, but it's a pretty goofy build that I've used it a handful of times. It's very situational and probably isn't going to get any use at all this whole game. But I hope it does, because it's a very funny build. And Subjective is now in a chase again with Wraith. And unfortunately, it's going to go down. And, ooh, some tenacity. So you saw the tenacity, and we saw the unbreakable. Can you guys guess the rest of the build, Rue? Do you want to take a crack at it?
Is that some sweet flip-flop and power struggle action?
I will neither confirm nor deny.
Okay.
But it might be. So anyway,
I mean,
Wraith going back for the hook as well. And getting the unhook on Subjective. And we see Wraith coming back. Nia rocking some spine chill as well. Wraith just keeps bing-bonging a lot. It's really kind of funny. I don't know what his problem is. He needs to chill. Oh, a nice whiff on Subjective. Not able to get him. Gonna drop the pallet this time? Yeah, gets the pallets done too. Very nicely played by Subjective. And XL Car going back for Claudette, who is fully healed as well. And tries to go for an early swing, but unfortunately Claudette does get the blind and the pallets done. And is now being chased through Killer Shack. Oh, maybe not. Wraith abandoning chase. As Kieran tries to get a burn on the Wraith, but is not successful and does take a hit as a result of their greed and insolence. And Kieran may get caught out here right by the Killer Shack, which is not good because Basement's here, but unfortunately a head-on play on the Wraith. These guys are rocking a head-on build too. Oh, you heard it. I heard it. I don't know if you guys heard it, but I heard the head-on. trying to do some mind games, but maybe successful. I was going to say maybe not successful, but she kind of fell for it. And then Nia getting grabbed out of the locker. And no, there is no DS or anything. It was just trying to juke out of the way of the swing. But unfortunately, wasn't enough. And Kieran is going to get hooked. Now second hook for Kieran. XL car not doing too bad. 4 generators still for this team. The survivors are struggling a little bit. But to be fair, they aren't playing with meme builds, so maybe that's why they're struggling a little bit.
Meme builds? This is the new standard meta for comp. What are you talking about?
What am I on about? Of course, I should have known better. I mean, of course, this is standard comp play. Ooh, what are you doing, Nia? No! Nia, no! That was not the play, my friend. And now you're going to be dead on hook as well. Goodbye, Nia. Well done. No decisive strike for her. XL car getting some free hooks and free downs. I mean, like we said, it's not going to be enough no matter what. No matter, even if he gets 12 hooks and a perfect score, it would not be enough for them to come back. It just wouldn't be. But at least it would be good for his stats, so take it what you can, I guess. XL car going in for the Zarina. May actually get her mind game. Does very well. Getting her on second hook will be the down here. Very nice. And he still has Hex Ruin up, by the way, which is kind of interesting that they haven't gotten it down yet. Maybe having trouble finding it or not looking for it, but XL car going to get a basement hook. Ooh. Wraith is not as strong in basement as, say, Bubba, but he can be pretty dirty nonetheless. We'll see how he does.
I actually saw a friend of mine playing Wraith today. He did a Wraithment basement build, and he would bring Insidious. He would bing bong his bell, but then not go cloak, and just Insidious down there, and they fell for it. And he got grabs.
That is rough. Yeah, that would be a way to do it. I mean, if I were going to do it, it would definitely be a meme-y thing like that, like Insidious. Ooh, but Certified Persona going to go down in the basement. Wraith getting back just in time for the unhook and getting Subjective down as well. Well played. Certified Persona going to be on first hook, and Subjective would be on third hook. Subjective desperate to maybe get to a pallet, but there is none over here. It would have been perfect, though, because they do have a perk that we talked about earlier, if you guys remember what Brew said. So maybe she can actually get to a pallet. And XL car gonna chase after the Claudette. Claudette gonna get an early pallet drop. Certified Persona using Deliverance to get off the hook, and is gonna go heal Certified or Subjective, which means that they're not gonna be able to use Power Struggle, unfortunately. Viceplan still chasing with Wraith, and at a very unsafe pallet, no less. Does a dead hard to get out of the way, but Wraith turns around and gets her down just in time. Very well played. And that's exactly what I've been saying many times. You see survivors running kind of at you and dead harding, you turn around with your swing, and it will lunge at them and get them down. Pretty much 100% of the time, unless you mistime it or misswing it. But it's pretty consistent. And now Subjective fully healed back up. Certified Persona still broken, not able to get healed, but goes down quickly. And this is exactly what Wraith is probably hoping for. And we do see Unbreakable as well. Subjective taking a hit. Working around the... I don't know what you call this area. I guess like the dock or something?
Something like that. The ramp area? I don't know.
Yeah, Jungle Gym dock, I'm going to call it. And Subjective working back toward the Grim Pantry, going underneath, but not going to be able to do a whole lot. Going to go down quickly. Viceplan on a hook. Certified Persona back up and getting the unhook through Unbreakable. And Subjective going to be on third hook, unfortunately. Only 2 gens have gotten done so far. Sample techs, despite their Mimi builds, unfortunately haven't really gotten to use a whole lot except that one head-on play so far. So it really hasn't been a great success for them. Although I will give credit, the head-on was really well thought out. I love that one. And Claudette maybe going for another head-on. Ooh, Wraith being cautious, trying to bait out the head-on. But it's not going to work. Is she going to do it? Oh, but gets taken out of the locker.
No.
However, we see a decisive strike play. Well thought out again. Viceplan, a brilliant play against the Wraith. And now, of course, Wraith using All-Seeing Blood sees Fang right there, crouching, and is going to go down as well. Second hook for Certified Persona. And Weissman may be dead now. Let's see how he does. If he's actually going to, not get the unhook, we'll see if he's able to get the unhook or not, but he may actually be dead here. And Certified Persona may actually be killing themselves. Yeah, they're killing themselves, trying to do perhaps a Hatch tech play, but they don't know where Hatch is, so I don't know if this is really going to work. Unless they do know where Hatch is, do they? Has it already spawned? It hasn't spawned yet, has it?
Nope, it has not.
No. Oh, wait.
Wow.
It's right there. What? Whoa, what?
Wow.
Holy cow. What a lucky break for Claudette as she gets the hatch right at the end of the game. Really well done. Very lucky. And a fantastic score for XL-Car. A great way to end the game for We Can't Loop, at least, to their credit. But unfortunately, Sample Text relinquished a lot of points and has set back their stats, which maybe they don't care about. That's fair enough. But their stats will be affected by this, of course. And Wraith's build, we saw Corrupt Intervention, Hex Ruin, Sloppy Butcher, and Hex Undying. So pretty standard stuff there as well for Wraith, as well as using the All-Seeing Blood and the Windstorm Blood add-ons. Not a bad selection at all. And yeah, we saw Power Struggle, but we didn't see any use out of Power Struggle, unfortunately. The add-on was great, though.
Oh, yeah. For the books, for sure. Also, score is correct.
Score is correct. All right, let's do our last post-game review. We'll be right back right after this. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you are watching Week 3 Matchups Conference Rivals. We Can't Loop versus Sample Text. Fantastic game from both teams. Unfortunately, We Can't Loop struggled, but this was Vigo scored. You are watching trial number 4 post-game review. We saw 2 gens getting done this game with 1-man escape out the hatch. Really lucky for the Claudette, I believe it was. And 9 hooks from Wraith. Well played overall. And unfortunately, only able to get 3 kills, though. But that's okay. It worked out nonetheless. And Sample Text 74 to We Can't Loop's 48. Sample Text is convicted of murder. So well done, as Sample Text leaded going into Trial 4, and that's going to be the end of the matchup. And we're going to do post-game interviews in a moment after these lovely highlights with Rue and friends as we prepare for the post-game reviews.
So, let's see. What did we see here? So, game 1 was super close. Some really cool executed plays on the Survivor side, bringing that score much more even than it could have been with a 3K. Instead, getting a 2-man escape. Relatively even. And then the next 2 games with We Can't Loop, been on Killers, or what was it, the Survivor side, the Killers just came out and, oh my goodness, just slaughter. Just absolute slaughter from the Killer side of Sample Text. And pretty much within 2 games, it was, like this last game was pretty much unreachable for them to come back. And such a strong swing. I haven't seen such a, it was so close at the beginning. I haven't seen such a close game to start off and then just swing so far in one favor. That was so crazy to watch. I was expecting a really close game, and then all of a sudden just turned into a blowout out of nowhere. Not really sure what happened there. I would argue that, okay, so Oni is definitely a really high tier killer. Not like top tier killer, but he's definitely, I would say he's easily top 8, maybe even top 5 in some people's books. But it's the fact that he gets a slow start. But he didn't get a slow start, and so, he turned essentially to like a top A tier killer for most of the game. Because, if Oni just had his ability all the time, he'd be like strictly S tier. But, oh my goodness, I was not expecting that. And then to follow it up with Wraith and manage to eke out the 4K with Wraith as well against the Survivors, that was impressive. Because like Oni, I can understand getting a 2K 3K pretty easily, managed to get the 4K, not out of the realm of possibility whatsoever. But the Wraith 4K'd, and that was what surprised me, was they were to steamroll and keep a Wraith in the game and 4K with it. So oh my goodness, that was a wild ride. Also, are we getting interviews in here or what? Are people coming in for interviews from Sample Text and We Can't Loop?
Sam would be the one to ask about that. Waiting. Sam, are you with us? Or are you going to be asking them? I don't know if they're going to be able to make it or not.
Yes, I'm working on it. Thank you.
Okay, just checking.
Work a little harder. Jesus Christ, lazy ass.
Wow.
If you had a mute button, I would mute you, motherfucker.
Whoa, toxic.
Well, Sam, I muted you myself. I can listen to Rue, but can't hear you, unfortunately. You can yell at me all you want, but only you'll be hearing it, so.
My word. Honestly, also...
Toxic.
I'm surprised that we saw
I
2
muted
Wraiths this game. Wraiths are not high tier killers, but getting a 4K with one and then almost a 4K with the other one, that was kind of shocking. Again, my home of Hawkins is like the only map I would see, getting good value out of Wraith, but they used Wraith to great effect here. I was kind of surprised. All-Seeing, what was it? Those All-Seeing and Windstorm, which I think is pretty correct. It's a really good set of add-ons. I think Windstorm is really strong. All-Seeing is also very strong. Maybe they went in with the intention of trying to hold a 3 or 4 gen on one side. I think it's a strong option on this map. There is often a 3, if not, again, 4 gen on that side of the map. So going in with that plan is pretty strong, I think.
I'm going to give it a couple more seconds and see if we can't loop. I think Chef Mitchell's trying to come in.
Okay. Well, we're going to have Kieran as well, I think. I see Kieran in the waiting room, so cool. Kieran and Chef Mitchell will be interviews.
Sample text, right?
Kieran is sample text.
Cool. Yeah, I actually, I got to ask him a question about the Wraith pick, because they had a lead coming out of, match 2. I'm surprised you take Wraith. I think you take it in my mind, you would take a killer that would, not make me wonder, oh, can they get the 1K possibly? Because I've played Wraith plenty, and he's not the best killer. He's fun. He's good, but he's not. I don't know. I wouldn't have taken the gamble personally, but what do I know? Maybe they're a Wraith mate. I don't know.
And I mean, he's add-on dependent, and for sure, All-Seeing Blood is one of his better add-ons. I mean, the information is huge, so I can't deny it. It was a really good pick for both Wraiths to bring that, and of course, Windstorm moving really fast, also really great. So, I mean, as far as Wraiths go, it was a strong Wraith for sure. I mean, like a stronger build. So I can't hate on it. Wraith, like you said, is not a strong killer by default, but add-ons do make him stronger, and we definitely saw that. And the survivors struggled, but also the Wraiths played really well. Like, they did a lot of hit and run, exactly like you're supposed to do with Wraith. So again, just very smart plays from both killers, from both teams, working with Wraith. Really well done.
True. And it looks like Chef Mitchell is in the waiting room. If you can bring them. Hey, there we go. Chef Mitchell, are you there? You are muted.
Hi.
Ah, there you are. Cool. So,
Hi.
I got a couple of questions. One. Oh, what?
Sorry. Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Or he had some background noise I wanted him to deal with. My fault. I made it last longer. Sorry about that.
How
have
dare
to wait
you?
a little bit longer to see what Chef's cooking up for us.
Over.
Yeah, I know. We're dead. Poggard's
Hi.
dead.
Is that better?
You're good. Yeah, thank you.
Is that
think
better
so.
at all?
Yeah. So, right off the bat, who called out Oni first when you guys were playing? I'm curious when you guys know that there was Oni.
I didn't see what happened because I was all the way at main.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure the team knows to always pre-drop on an Oni. So
Okay.
it's more than likely either A, he was in a dead zone, or just a pure accident. He just forgot.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair. And that happens. I understand. You get caught up out of position. There's no palace nearby. It's like, well, okay. I guess I take the hit here.
Well, Neil was caught at Killer Shack in the opening, so it definitely might have been just a slip of the mind, I think.
True. For some reason, early on in the game, it's ingrained, no, you can't ever drop God Palette at 5 gens. How dare you? It's like, there are definitely situations you drop God Palette at 5 gens. Anyway, and then the second game against the Wraith, what... Did you guys know that there was a 4 gen on that side of the map? Or was that something you realized like halfway through? How'd that go down?
So we knew there was some sort of 3 gen as soon as I saw all the gens at docks were done.
Mm-hmm.
And we were just at this point I was just trying to get gens done, just get out. But I just didn't take note of the 4 gen the Wraith had in the back. So that just messed up everything in my head.
That's fair.
we're more focused on getting our friend off hook because he's literally going down on his first hook.
Right. That was one of the things we noted because that hook was kind of just in the middle of that 4-gen too. So the Wraith literally had no reason to leave, and that was kind of tough to deal with. I'm surprised you even got him off the hook.
I didn't. I noticed like mid reason of why he stood over there. As I look at these highlights right now.
Gotcha. Yeah, that was pretty brutal, honestly. So essentially the game just kind of almost went unlucky in how they ran out, just because situationally, getting that early hit with the Oni and then getting that hook essentially in the middle of the 4-gen that the race trying to hold down. So kind of just unfortunate circumstances, I guess, kind of in a way.
Yeah, more than likely.
Okay. Yeah, I get that. So, who did you guys have playing killer? XL Car, are they your killer main now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I did not expect to see a Cannibal and then also coming out with Wraith. What was their thought coming in with Cannibal, if you know?
We know we have bigger competition than Oh, wait, hold on. I didn't want to put it that way. But they're really. I didn't want to put it that way. Hearing that now, I think I said that in a bad way. So, anyway, teams like Deity, we're not. That's not going to happen again. They're a really good team, but we're going to be prepared this next time. TVM, that's a good team, and we got to be prepared for it next time.
No, I understand. That's fair. That's fair.
Those are the only teams I know, so that's why. And I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. And I was going to say, it's also kind of early in the season, so we don't know quite, like you said, where on the spectrum some of these teams lie as far as, just insanity of how difficult they are to go against. So I understand that. Okay, so that was the Bubba. Because
people are also getting their footing. They may be awesome, and we're just not seeing it because they're getting used to the rules.
True. First time jitters as well is definitely a thing. I mean, I'm not hitting on Bubba because I think Bubba had a really solid game. It was just honestly the survivors played really almost perfectly to get that escape, because I was convinced Bubba had a 3K straight up. So when they actually made the escape, I was really shocked that it happened. So all that said,
I was too.
Oh man, yeah. When I saw the livers, I was kind of heartbroken because again, I'm killer man. I love seeing killers, just dominate a match. But no, I can't fault them for it. It was really good. Honestly, it was a really fun first game. So I guess all that said, where do you guys see yourself trying to work on this coming week after seeing these games?
Hopefully we're not on Grim Pantry again. We have another place to go. Because Grim Pantry is just a horrid map.
But that's your home map.
No.
Laps so and Blendette.
I think next season Matt Draft is going to be a lot bigger of a deal than it was this season. This season people are like, yeah, I'll take that map, whatever that map is. And most of those teams who did that are like, fuck.
Yeah, you say that saying the guy that's like, we're going to take Hawkins. And I'm like, why? Why?
Because get good, motherfucker. What do you want?
We got to do this for 14 weeks. 14 weeks. 7.
Yeah,
exactly. 7 weeks. But
Okay. Anyway, let's get Kieran here. Chef, if you want to mute yourself just real quick, and we'll have you back on in just a moment.
Okay.
Kieran, are you there? Kieran, you are in fact muted. You have. Oh, okay. You did not have the proper role. Maybe you can unmute now.
Yeah, I can talk now.
There we go. Okay. Yeah. Discord settings, they're a thing. So, yeah. Where to start? So, that basement play against Bubba, did you guys do that intentionally? Was that all intentional and planned out, or just happened to work out that way?
So the first guy and second guy going down in the basement, not so much. But I did have the plan of going down to the basement and saving them, getting out with Deliverance, because I had Deliverance BT. But I just started on the stairs, so he managed to down me before that. and we lost one of our guys because of it. But other than that, like, it mostly went to plan there.
Yeah, I was about to say, we were expecting a 3K, and you guys managed to make it a 2-man escape, almost getting a 3-man escape, honestly. That was really impressive. And also the fact that did you guys have a Gen 99? Because those gens,
we did.
Oh my goodness, that was well coordinated. Good job. That was really impressive. And then, what was it? You were the Wraith, right?
Yeah, I played Wraith.
So I know you guys got a bit of a lead after the Oni game. I don't rank Wraith very highly. Are you in a efficient Wraith main or something? I wouldn't be comfortable taking a Wraith into a game that, potentially, if it goes badly, they're back in the game.
Well, I think we had a decent enough lead that if I performed even middle with Wraith, it would have been fine. But I've played a lot of Wraith and I know how to play him, especially when you've got All-Seeing and Windstorm. It's just,
Oh yeah, I get you.
So and also I looked at my 4-gen very early on, and I basically never left that. Securing that first hook in my 4-gen just got me so much.
Okay, so that was kind of a plan for me. I didn't know if it happened you fell into the 4th-gen by happenstance, and you're like, oh, I'll hook him here, and I'll never leave. So you planned that from the beginning, then?
Yeah, especially because 3 of the gens in my 4th-gen were the corrupted ones.
Oh, wow.
So, the idea was if I can chase in there, then they get gens done elsewhere, sure, but, they can't make any progress in that area, and I've got a 4-gen for later on.
Yeah, fair enough. That's brutal. When I played Legion on this map, I was kind of thinking a similar situation, just playing a different killer. So, well executed. That was a pretty ruthless game. Essentially, after that game after the Claudette died on Hook, the game was kind of a struggle fest after that point. So, well executed. Yeah. And I guess my last question is: do you guys have anything from this game that you saw that you want to practice on and get better in for next week's game?
I'm not sure. We'll always review our games after we've played them and see what we could improve. I mean, probably if we go against a Bubba staying away from basement, that might be a good idea.
Smart. Oh man. Okay. Well, fair enough. With that said, do you guys have anything you want to say to each other before we go to the next one?
I've got nothing apart from we were all promised burgers by Chef Mitchell.
Really?
They'll be mailed to you next. They'll be mailed next week. They'll be mailed.
Mailing burgers. Okay.
I want burgers.
Yummy.
What?
They're gonna be McDonald's burgers.
Yeah.
Those
they get victory burgers. The one.
That sounds awful.
Like before the game started, I told them they'll get victory burgers if they won. Yeah.
Oh. Well then.
Yeah, he's a nice guy like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Dang. Okay. Bet. I wish we went against you in the regular season because now I want to try and get burgers.
A little heat there, a little sizzle, huh?
All right.
Oh my word. All right. Well, with that said, you guys have. Oh my goodness. Do you guys have anything you want to say to the chat before we close this out?
No, I've got nothing.
Me neither.
Oh, okay. Well, chat, you heard them. They got nothing to say to you, so.
Thank you. Rude.
Thank you, Kieran and Chef, for coming in and interviewing. I appreciate it.
All right, no problem,
Love you,
guys.
chat. All right, there we go. I feel better.
Oh my goodness. Well, that concludes that game. That was really fun to watch. I enjoyed that little series there. And we've got a game coming up in another hour and 10? Is that correct? We got
Just
Four
about.
Dwights, One Locker, and
Hellraisers.
Hellraisers
playing home team.
Ooh.
So
I'm excited.
versus
I think it's going to be a really close match. That sounds like a good match. I'm excited. Anyway,
Cool.
So we're going to go ahead and, start closing things down. If you haven't checked us out on vigoscourt.tv/merch, support your favorite team, support us, help us continue getting things going on this channel. We really are in our infancy and we are looking to grow as much as possible. So any support you guys want to throw our way, we are most appreciative.
Stonks.
We're almost at 100 subs. So if you feel like getting some emotes, we got emotes on the way, by the way, guys. We're not kidding. We do have emotes. It's just whenever Twitch decides to approve them. So hopefully sooner rather than later. I'm looking forward to it.
And
I'm guessing sometime like weekend. And
I will be raising the price on the cringe the Poggard high fives going up. So, sorry. Supply and demand. It is what it is.
Oh,
yeah,
goodness.
I set it for 7 days and they did it in 3. So,
Not great.
I
Not
mean,
great, Sam.
you can say it's not great, but that just means that chat loves us.
well,
we
and
love
then
you too.
also the purpose for it was, the Poggerhide 5s were flying off the shelf, and we needed the upfront capital to meet the demand, and even the upfront capital came in too quick. So, like, I don't know. I guess we're just a hot commodity, and we're gonna have to raise that price through the
Looks
roof.
that way.
Oh,
It does,
man.
yeah. All right, then. Well,
Tisk.
let's go ahead and close this one out. So we'll be back in about an hour, folks. Come back then and watch Hellraisers versus Fort Ice One Locker. See you then.
Have a great evening. We'll see you back here shortly. Thanks for watching.
All right, now where did I put that coat hanger?
So before the first gen even pops,
It make you wanna call my name.
trying to bait out a hit there, but not able to get it. Freaky JT able to get away. That was a missed decisive strike. And that is an insta-down.